Hello everyone, it's me again. So I wanted to address some things and give some updates from the last update video. Ignore the tapping, it's currently raining outside. And ignore my sweat. I don't know how to explain that. I sweat a lot, even when it's cold. So, alright, so first of all, thank you. Like, I see my comments, your comments, everyone's comments. Thank you. Like, all your advice, all your well wishing. I mean, there are some people who I mean, you know, the whole get a job, lol. Like, yeah, that's the goal. I'm trying to get a job. I want that. It's what I need. So, yeah, good job for you. Or people misconstruing or just coming up with weird narratives based on things I never said. But that's why I can ban people. Or just remove the more insane comments. But the good people are people who say. The people who are praying for me, wishing well, the people who are giving me advice. Like, yes. So I am gonna go to the DSSA, the Department of Stuff and Things. I will go there, right? I'm looking into how to get a discount on a state ID. I have an ID, but it's from Florida, so I'm looking into that. I also found a shelter that offers some kind of like work program, like to stay there you have to work like 20 hours a week there, which is good, which is very good, because if it's 20 hours a week, that means I can get a second part-time job. I don't think they give you money, it's just for room and board, but it's room and board. That means I can have an option to get better employment. So that's the thing. I have 2 interviews lined up for when I get there. One is on the 9th, literally 2 hours after I land, and that's at an Amazon warehouse. And I'm trying not to think about the horror stories or the bottles of piss that I've heard so much about from Amazon workers. And the other one is on the 14th, and that's at a McDonald's. So that's good, right? That's excellent. That's amazing. Provided the shelter has available beds. Provided there's a space. Provided I get these jobs. And it's apparently hard to get a job when you don't have an address to put down. But the shelter, and there's multiple of them, point is, there's ways to work around that. I can also, I think, write down something like not Adobe or not Abode or something like that. I gotta do more research on it. Like, I'm doing all this from my phone, which in itself is dying because the battery's swelling up. Yeah, so that's some stuff I gotta work on there. I still also gotta work on getting a clinic, because I need to get my medications taken care of. I need to get blood work done for the Hashimoto's and diabetes and shit. I have a lot of issues, okay? I have a lot of issues, and when I say them all, it sounds like I'm reading a list. I'm fully aware of that. My life is fucked up. and I'm trying to unfuck it, which is very hard because it's like tangled in knots and super glue. Like they super glued the knots of my life together. So I gotta chisel those. I gotta buy a solvent to undo it, and solvents are expensive. Is this analogy entertaining in any way? I'm trying to cope with humor because that's what I am. Like I was raised off humor. Like I'm trying not to lose it here. Like I've never had to deal with this before. I've lost my home a few times, but that's usually stuff that's out of my control. Like my landlord died of cancer. The other place, the whole, oh my god, what is the word? The whole apartment building swapped owners, and he was raising everyone's rent, so everyone in that place had to go. And the last time I lost my home, my landlord found out I was autistic, and he said, and I quote, "I could rent this entire house for $5,000 and never had to deal with you retards ever again." Wonderful place. And that place was a step up from a crack house, but it was cheap. And I've only ever had like 3 jobs. I worked like 8 years at Publix, really good. Then COVID hit, lost hours, jumped ship to Walmart. Walmart fucked me up a lot. And I had a supervisor literally tell me, you use your disabilities as a crutch because you're a cis white man. Right? Was I... Okay, I exaggerated how... She wasn't all like... But she might as well have been, right? No. She said, my disabilities are a crutch because I am a cis white man. I'm like, wow, I'm white. How do you... Whoa. I have no idea how she figured that out. Golly gee. I'm white. But so that was stupid, and I called corporate on her. And my hours got cut, and my hours got cut, and my hours got cut. And then I had to move to Miami. And I found a really good Walmart. Really good place. I had an actual schedule, right? Same days, same hours every week. It was predictable. It was reliable. And then I get robbed in last April, right outside the store. A man jumped me from behind, punched me in the face, and tried to take my bike. My only mode of transportation. And he was a shoplifter that day. He was already kicked out of the store twice. So security knew he was hanging around. And the thing that bothers me is I can't take it personally. It would have been easier to handle if I could take it personally, but he wasn't waiting for me. He was waiting for anyone. It could have been a child. Like, maybe a kid, maybe the parents bought him a Switch for his birthday. And he's all happy and holding it and coming out of the store. And then this man, he could have hurt him. It could have been a little old lady getting her prescription pills filled out. Point is, I could be the victim and think, well, he hit me. Yes, he did hit me. He punched me. It doesn't mean he knows who I am. It didn't have to be me. It could have been anyone. He just wanted something to steal. And that was unpredictable. That was an unreliable situation. And that is what got my mental health to quickly deteriorate. I lost everything in 2012, right? My mom died. I was trying to go to college. I lost my home. I lost my stuff, my cats. Yeah. And then I had this live of life insurance, ran out of money, couldn't get a job. And then I had to stay with my dad and abusive stepmother in Florida for a few months. And when I say abusive, she hit my brother and she constantly yelled and screamed about our dead mom, calling her a dead bitch, or she sell her soul. Oh, you nothing. Oh, me have nightmares every night, your mom haunting me. And my dad just let her do all that. We had to sleep on an linoleum. She wasn't allowed to see us because she got mad, and my dad didn't want that in the house. So we had to wake up like 4 in the morning before she woke up, and we had to be gone out of the place until she went to bed. And she would stay up late just so we wouldn't get any sleep. But point is, I have worked hard without therapy to either repress or to work through a lot of my traumas, a lot of the shit I've gone through in my life, okay? I know everyone's gone through stuff, right? And I've put in the mileage, I've put in the hard work, I've put in the tears and breakdowns of trying to get by, despite me wanting to just be crying in a puddle all the time. Like screaming, throwing bottles at God. I want to do all that. But if I do that, I get locked away forever. Because scary autistic guy, oh no, he crying. Uh-oh, put him in jail. But no, no, the whole August thing, like that broke every wall I built up. And I was calling out a lot. I was calling for medical leaves. I was in and out of crisis center, panic attacks, nightmares, no sleep, all that horrible shit. And my coworkers were mocking me, saying I should have manned up, or oh, if I had a gun, blah 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 blah. In November, I was getting new insurance in January that would cover mental health. So I talked with my manager about the possibility of getting an accommodation because I was wanting to get on antidepressants. I was wanting to do this stuff. And she told me flat out that you signed a paper when you were hired saying you wouldn't need accommodations. So don't even try. And I broke down. I cried. I had a spiral. I trauma dumped. I told her everything that happened in my life. I gave her my life story. In tears, while, gasping for, but it was not fun. And I left that day. I went to the bathroom right after that in the store. And I called Walmart's accommodations things. I talked to them about it. And I called a lawyer for disability, and they said I need to apply first, and if it's denied, then call them back. So I applied for disability with the state of Florida that day. When I got home, 2 hours later, police were at my door, and I was forcibly removed from my home and put in a mental institute for 3 days under observation. Because in those 2 hours, my manager called the police and said I was suicidal. She waited 2 hours after I was already home to call. Now, I'm pretty smart, right? And to me, that sounds like retaliation because I was talking about accommodations. But I have no proof of that, so, oh well, nothing I can do about that. I know some people say, well, you can try suing. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of effort, and I just want to get my life back to, I just want to work, okay? I want to work, pay my bills, take shit, have food, good food, good home, good friends. That's all I want in life. I just want that. I want to live like a hobbit. right? And so that was in November. And then in January, I get fired by Walmart because the medical leave I had done prior was retroactively denied. So I got 6 points for calling out. And when you reach 5 points, you get automatically fired. Very strange, huh? That was exactly 1 point over the limit, despite medical stuff. And I tried talking to my manager, telling him why, telling him this was medical stuff. I have a diagnosis from the hospital for major depression disorder. I have this. Here's my insurance. Here's my appointment for my therapy I was supposed to go to in February. I get told it was a system. It came from HR. It's automatic. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, but you can reapply in 6 months. I've tried to reapply. I got denied. So that was a little bullshit. But yeah, so that's why I'm going. That's why this homeless crap is happening. And yeah, and I was on unemployment. I didn't have much saved up in it, so unemployment tapped out. Jobs, no one's hiring me. Yeah. Now, like I said, there's a few good things, okay? The reason I'm going to Spokane, and thank you for correcting me on how to pronounce it. It's Spokane, not Spokane. I don't want to get beaten up by locals because, oh no. You know, I don't want an Arkansas moment, which I don't get upset. I know it's Arkansas. That was for dramatic effect, calling it Arkansas. I know that's not how it is. But, so, okay, so the reason I'm going up there is I have a friend in Miami who has a girlfriend in Spokane. Now, their girlfriend cannot help me out, right? They have no room. They don't have any way to help out. They're just there for moral support, and they know the area, which is good. But my friend in Miami wants to move over to Washington next year. That is why they were urging me to go over there, because I've been trying for months to get something in Miami. No one's doing anything. Macy's automatically denies me. No one schedules interviews. No one shows up for the interviews. Okay, I get some interviews, but they're automatic, right? Like McDonald's has an AI thing what automatically does it. Popeyes also does automatic interviews. And I went to Popeyes, and the manager wasn't there. They didn't know why I was there. They're like, we don't have an interview. What? And like when you get denied by McDonald's for a janitor position part-time, something's up. So I'm hoping things are better in Washington. If not, I'll worry about that later. But my friend wants to move there next year. They don't have any funds. They're a bit worse off than I am, but they have a place with no room for me. So basically, listen, I know it makes no sense, okay? None of this makes any sense. But listen, my friends are all going to be there eventually. All I have to do is maybe be 6-7 months in a shelter trying to work, and then maybe we can all move in together next year, right? Which I I don't know if that's even possible. Or it's even a smart thing, because right now nothing sounds smart. But out of my friends, my entire friend group, I'm the most able-bodied. So, yeah. But as someone else said, would I rather be homeless in Miami and alone, or homeless in Washington where my friends are going? I'd rather be where my friends are, just in case. Plus, I don't like Miami. Listen, me saying I don't like Miami, that's not a lot of weight, right? That's not a huge contributing factor to this. But I don't know. Something has to work out. All right? Because I haven't had any luck in Miami. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's me, or whether it's something, or whether Walmart did something. I don't know. My friend says, "Oh no, Walmart must have blacklisted you in the area," which maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. I just want. All my life, I've wanted a good home, good food, a good job, and good friends to share with. I was 10 when I came up with this, because I got tired of people saying, "Oh, what do you want to do when you grow up?" Literally, that's all I want. Like, I want a place where friends can come over, because I never had them growing up, and I have friends now, and I want to keep them. I actually have people who want to stay with me. People who actually, I have actual family now. Not just my brother, not just my mom. I have her. So, yeah, that's, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so, video's getting long. My flight leaves in 5 days. So I have 5 days left with this. 5 days left in Florida. And my friend in Miami, their mom has agreed to let me keep my computer there, because I can't bring my computer with me on a plane. Too big. And yes, I should sell my computer, but also the parts are a mismatch, and I don't have time to do that. Plus, it's sentimental. So, I'm a very emotional person. And so I'm fully aware that this is all just stupid, right? I know none of this will make sense to people. I know there's going to be people who are saying that this is the wrong choice to do. This is wrong. Like, don't listen to your friend. Don't know all this stuff. But nothing's working out in Miami. I need to go somewhere else and take a chance, and hopefully things work out. I know it's cold. I know it's a different climate. But nothing's working here. And I thank you. And I'm starting to ramble, so I'm ending this now. Thank you. I'm not putting up my PayPal or whatever. I'm not putting that in this video because people had trouble and complained about that before. So apparently it's a bad thing. Even someone telling me to set up a GoFundMe when that's why my PayPal was in the description. That's why I had a Cash App thing there, because it's more accessible to people. I mean, I should make a GoFundMe, but yeah, no, I should. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I wanted to explain a bit more where I'm coming from, why this shit's happening, and if anyone makes any kind of sense out of any of this, you're way smarter than me. But yeah, thanks for listening to this, and thank you for everything.